Looks like that's the last of them. Now, where's the grave?
Where is the grave indeed? Sometimes the butter deserves it. You're right. You're right, and you should say it. The butter gets what's coming to it, honestly. A rock!
This must be it.
My lord, thank you for making the path safe again.
Ise. Was that her name?
Yes. Hardly the most fitting tribute for a dominant, is it? A rough-hewn stone with naught but a given name engraved on it. But my ancestors had only been here a matter of weeks when she passed. Every day was a struggle to survive. They had neither the time nor the energy to devote to a more elaborate memorial. Yet they spared what they could to grant her wish, that even in death she might continue to watch over her home.
She lived down there then? In the ruins?
That's right. They were once the living quarters for those who served up in the temple. When the Northern Thanes sent her here to weave her spell, this was where she and her retinue stayed. There were priests, handmaidens, and a knight sworn to shield her from harm. Of course, they were all gone by the time my ancestors arrived, fled or dead in the Western Wars.
All except Ise, who remained till the end. Alone.
Indeed. At least, that is the story as it's been handed down in Haven. But there is an epilogue to the tale. One known only to Lady Shula and myself. Some years after Ise's passing, you see, my grandmother came here to tend the grave, and found a stranger kneeling before it. A knight, dressed head to toe in plate. She asked of him who he was and whence he had come, but received no answer. The only words he spoke were, "Tell me true, whose grave is this?" So she told him of how her people had met and cared for Ise, and how she had died. His only reaction was to stare up at the air of hours in silence. Then he left, never to be seen again.
You said he was wearing plate. Was it black and gold?
Do you know something of him?
When we went up to the Air of Hours to unravel the spell, we were set upon by a shade in the shape of a knight in full plate. It manifested in front of the Vare, and in its ether, I felt Shiva, the witch.
You think this may have been the same man my great-grandmother met? Ise's knight?
I don't know. Maybe. All I can say for sure is it was intent on protecting her creation.
Or perhaps her spirit? What remained of her ether, preserved in the Vare? Perhaps his spirit too became enraveled in her spell, frozen in an eternal vigil.
Perhaps.
Till we ended it.
If the shade you fought was Ise's knight, then ending it was the greatest gift you could have given him. Now he can return to the sea, to be with his lady once more. And if his spirit should ever return here to visit her grave, I shall ask his name, that I might carve it in the stone next to hers.
That they might be together. Once and for all.
His name was Carl. You can just put Carl on there. That's a cool background. Beyond the grave, level up? So close yet so far. I still didn't get the Bahamut thing. Is there another quest? Was I wrong earlier about the trophy? What the heck?
Thank you, my lord, for reuniting them.
Yeah, whatever. Wait, did I miss being given the Bahamut thing, or did I not get it? Reflection of darkness, ice, lightning, wind, earth. Shiva's kiss. What the heck, bro? What the heck? Is there another quest? Where my Bahamut at? It doesn't look like there's another quest. Is there a quest somewhere that isn't in the whatchamacallit here, maybe? No. Okay. Well, the hideaway is where the rock is that chat told me to look at. And I think the rock is the only thing left in the DLC to do? Oh, I have a new missive. Let's go see what the new missive is about. We're about 6 hours in the DLC? I expected this DLC to be about 10 hours. Doesn't quite look like it's gonna make it there. A New Hope. I'm not much of a Star Wars fan myself. Clive, I pen you this note from the Witten Hall beneath the tapestry whose images for so long haunted my dreams. Outside, the air rings with Monda's soothing coos, the clangor of Pavat's hammer and the rumble of his curses, and the whisper of the winds through the Elder's blessings. In short, almost everything is as it was before you came here. There is just one difference. The bundle that lies burbling happily beside me. One tiny difference, yet one that has changed everything. When my ancestors committed their greatest sin, it was not only Walius who was frozen in time. For 80 years, we motes of water have been bound by the spell they cast that day, unable to right their wrongs, unable to move forward. But now, like Walius, we are released. We can live again on our own terms, where every life is equal and all equally cherished. You brought us this gift, and I have every belief that you will bring it to the world. Believe in yourself as we believe in you. Shula. That's nice. Alright. Well, all that's left, as far as I'm aware, is this glowing rock. So let's see what it's got going on, and if I'm interested in doing it on stream or not. I think I activated a nuke. Oh, hello.
What is this?
Muthos. You plumbed the very abyss, yet still you hunger. We are impressed.
Is that so? Oh, no. Not again.
Azula? Galeem? On what?
Power
is ours, and now it is yours. Consider it a gift from us to you, a taste of things to come.
I'm a bird?
You still think I'm going to be your vessel? take your gift then, Ultima. Just don't expect it back.
What? Ultimate power. Unlimited power? Clive has been granted a portion of Ultima's essence. Attuning with Ultima not only neutralizes the elemental aspect of Clive's magic spells. Does the elemental aspect of your spells matter in this game? I don't remember that mattering in this game, like, ever. But also allows access to several new divine abilities such as Voice of God, a punishing attack that sends a concentrated beam of light from the heavens to scorch the very earth. Ability details are found on the Abilities tab in the main menu. Ultima's feat Ascension allows Clive to levitate from the ground, transforming his normal attack into a sweeping assault capable of striking multiple nearby enemies at once. It also enhances his normal range spells into a 5-fold volley of holy arrows. In addition, pressing X allows Clive to rise up even further into the air, allowing easier access to flying enemies. What? Only Ultima's abilities are available during this battle. Sure, if you say so.
You hear me? I will never be yours.
Yo, that was cool. That was also really cool. I'm ascending. This is some, like, style change from Kingdom Hearts or, like, limit break nonsense. I love it. Die, all of you. This is really cool. I wasn't expecting this. Hi there. You, like, full-on teleport, too. Get precisely dodged, idiot. I don't fully understand how the charge shot works. It seems very interesting. No, get back. Not the spirits within. Brother, I am the spirits within. Oh, I just let you punch me there for no reason. I'm rising, by the way. Rise up. Die. Can you not do the, like, magic burst combo in this form? Doesn't seem like it. But you just shoot more lasers. Divine combo. Brother, how many times do I have to tell you your spirits within are like, they're not gonna work. These things reload so fast. Or recharge so fast. Nice. Deus Ex Machina. Channel the heavens. Level up at the very end of the DLC. Let's go! I'm level 52. Okay.
You, who ever rail against our gifts, remain all too eager to avail yourself of them. Perhaps you require more time to reflect.
Kairos Gate unlocked. Kairos Gate is now accessible from the hideaways Eretstone. Kairos Gate is challenging in-game battle content in which Clive must delve into the various circles of HFIL to tackle wave after wave of familiar yet ferocious enemies. Okay, so it's like a super gauntlet, like, end-game thing. I don't think I'm gonna do that, to be honest. If it's just like a gauntlet of fighting enemies throughout the game nonstop. It's a neat thing to include in a DLC, don't get me wrong, but I don't think I want to, I just don't think I want to, basically, at the end of the day. Jill.
Clive, do you have a moment?
Of course. Always.
I wanted to give you something.
Is this?
I stitched it from the cloth you gave Hortense. The piece she said you liked best. I told her I used to enjoy needlework, but I didn't think she'd remember.
It's beautiful, Jill. You didn't have to.
When I was very little, I recall my mother telling me that young ladies of the court would give knights ribbons from their hair before they went off to war. I still wear mine, so I made you this instead. Red is the color of passion, the fire in your heart. Fierce and bright, it binds you and your brother, you and your friends, you and me.
Our bond. May it never be broken.
And may it ever bring you back to me. I will always, always be here.
Thank you, Jill.
Aw, Jill's great. I like Jill. Alright, well, chat. I think that's it. DLC was about 6 hours. Probably the Cairo skate thing probably makes up another hour or two, depending on how good you are at the game or not, or what difficulty you're playing on. But I don't think I'm gonna... The thing is like, unless I would be able to do it in an hour, which I'm not sure if I would or not, then we would have to do another stream for it. And I really don't want to do a stream that could be who knows how long of FF16, where it's just like, hey, keep punching until you run out of things to punch. So I think instead we'll just wrap up here, and let's look at those new Wall of Memory things we got, the DLC ones. I also got one for Echoes of the Fallen, the Dusk Shard. Subtle reflection of mankind, fiery yet flawed, brilliant yet brittle, and its future clear yet clouded. How the crystal endures despite its mother having faded is perhaps a sign of hope for us all. The Haven signboard, the emblem of Haven, hidden village of the moats of water. The pattern of intersecting lines represent both the scales of the great serpent Leviathan and the ripples upon the surface of the ceaseless rill, the circle of life that has neither beginning nor end. Now that Walius is released, the two flow together again at long last. First Rain Talisman, oft called pennons on account of their flag-like nature, these quaint hand-woven charms are believed to represent one's journey down the river of life from first rain to their ultimate return to the sea. This particular example was crafted by Jill in preparation for Walius's rite of immersion and represents her heartfelt wish that the infant's journey be as long as it is calm. May I spoil the Bahamut trinket? Oh yeah, I guess you can, because I'm not gonna, like, get it. You could just try it and be done with it. I don't want to try it and then, like, not, like, do the whole thing, though. But I honestly, I just don't want to. Like, at the end of the day. Rising Tide DLC was pretty good overall. It was pretty good. The ultimate thing, like, is, like, a super, in-game, whatchamacallit? Like, gauntlet thing is a pretty neat thing to add. The stuff with Leviathan was really cool. I liked the Timekeeper fight. I didn't love the Leviathan Eikon fight itself. Maybe part of it is just that I haven't played as Ifrit in so long, because I don't think you even played as Ifrit in Echoes of the Fallen. And the Ifrit fights are usually pretty neat, but I always prefer fighting as Clive anyway. But the Leviathan fight just felt a little more annoying than, like, the Titan and Bahamut fights did. Those felt more enjoyable to me than the Leviathan one. The Leviathan one had a couple of, like, tricks to dodging and whatnot that I was kind of just like, well, that's... I think the main thing is less so the tricks to dodging, because I, like, learned most of them and made it work in the end. I think what was really annoying was how many times it, like, forced a retry just because of how hard Leviathan hit. It was really annoying to be trying to learn the fight, and then Leviathan would do like 2 or 3 moves in a row that I was like, oh, I don't quite know how to dodge that yet, but it did 3/4 of my health, so now I have to restart, and I have to, like, break. Also, the orb thing. The orb thing that he did, like, that timer was way too strict for how boring that section was. Because Leviathan just did the same, like, 2, maybe 3 moves over and over again in that section. But then it would always, you'd be right at the very end, and it would be like, you were 3 seconds too short, so do it all again from the start. That was really annoying. But overall, not my favorite Eikon fight, unfortunately, but it was still neat. It was really cinematic, and Leviathan was really cool. I just didn't really enjoy the fight all that much compared to, like, fighting Titan or fighting Bahamut and whatnot in the main game, or fighting Omega. I remember the Omega fight in Echoes of the Fallen being a really good time. But the Leviathan fight just didn't have as much fun to it for me, and that's why I play video games, is for fun. So that let me down a bit. DLC is a tad shorter than I would have liked, but not terribly so. And, yeah, but otherwise, the story was neat. Having the Eikon be a child that was, like, frozen in time was really cool. And, cinematically, everything was great. And the Timekeeper, like, that night fight was really good. That one was really satisfying. I enjoyed that one a good deal, even though it caught me on that one icicle move last stream, and I had to redo it. But it was still a really good time doing that one. But, yeah. The Bahamut trinket is just in a chest by the fight with Thalos? That's stupid. Why would they put those in just random chests instead of having them given to you throughout the story? That's annoying, but whatever. Anyways, otherwise, DLC, it was a good time. I give it like I give the DLC like, I don't know, a 7 out of 10? A 7 out of 10 feels fair. It was worth my time. It was worth my time to play the DLC, I would say. But yeah, especially when you like lump it and Echoes of the Fallen together, I would say. But yeah. There you have it, Final Fantasy XVI. I doubt they're going to do more DLC, so, you know, here's hoping Final Fantasy XVII is great, because FF16 overall was a really enjoyable experience. For those who watch on YouTube, I hope you enjoyed. If you want to catch future streams of Final Fantasy or other games live, link to my Twitch channel description. I'd love to see you there. Or keep watching on YouTube. Appreciate your support either way, and I hope you enjoyed the Rising Tide DLC. Until next time, farewell.